Hey everyone, this week on the Daily Dose, Pastor Hans and I are keeping it simple. We're going to be reading to you the Bible stories about how Jesus came into the world. You see, Jesus' birth is really only mentioned in two of the stories in the Bible, in the book of Matthew and in the book of Luke. In the book of Mark, Jesus enters in as an adult, and we don't hear anything about his birth. These three books, though, Matthew, Luke, and Mark, they're called the Synoptic Gospels. And what that means, it means with one eye. They have similar accounts of Jesus and Jesus' life, and they have similar stories about what goes on. But there's a fourth gospel. It's called the Gospel of John. And when you read it, it sounds really different than the other three. You see, scholars believe that the book of John was written specifically for Jewish Christians. That is, people who were Jewish, but then came to believe in Jesus as the Messiah. But because of this, they experienced both hostility from both the Jewish community and for the Romans who were persecuting Christians. So when John starts at the beginning, he doesn't start at the beginning of Jesus' life, but he starts at the beginning of the world. And this is what John writes. John says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And he was with God in the beginning, and through him all things were made. And without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind, and the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. There was a man sent from God whose name was John, and he came as a witness to testify concerning to that light, so that through him all might believe. He was not the light himself, he only came as a witness to the light. The true light that gives light to everyone was coming into the world. He was in the world, and though the world was made through him, the world did not recognize him. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Yet to all who did receive him, to all those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. Not children born of a natural descent, nor of human decision, but children born of God. And the Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us, and we have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only Son who comes from the Father, full of grace and truth." You see, John writes that Jesus was there from the beginning of time, that Jesus was part of creation, part of God's design, part of what shines in the light in the darkness for all people, so that you and I can become children of God. So for tonight, I want you to reflect on what that means to you, what it means that God had you in mind from the beginning of everything. If you know someone who could use this message today, would you go ahead and share this with them? If you're somebody who's joining us on YouTube, would you go ahead and hit the bell and click subscribe? And if you're joining us on cable access, we're so honored that you're here. Will you invite a friend? This week is Christmas, and I want to invite you to go on our website at www.christmaswithcalvary.com and check out all things Christmas there, ways to worship with us, ways to sing, and ways to give. So go check it out.
Joy to the world. Prepare truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of his righteousness, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love. Joy, joy, unspeakable joy, in overflowing well, no tongue can tell. Joy, unspeakable joy, it rises in my soul, never lets me go. Joy, joy, unspeakable